All right, and we're back into the USTA league season, starting the early start session. So we have a doubles match for you here today. Peter and I will be playing the 3 doubles spot for our team and hoping to get the victory to hopefully start off the season strong and propel us to hopefully make it to sectionals this year. All right, so I hope you enjoy the match and I will see you at the end. All right, welcome into the match. So we have Peter and I on the near court here. Peter's on the deuce side returning in black, and I'm in blue with the red shoes on the ad side. And we have our opponents on the far court serving. So yeah, again, this is the first match for me recording for this USTA season that's starting. So we're playing the 3 doubles spot. So Peter and I haven't played together for a while. He's been out with tennis elbow for quite a long period of time. So that has been a challenge for him. I know he's been wanting to get out there and play more tennis, but that's really an injury you have to let just sit and heal for a while. So unfortunately, wasn't able to get a lot of tennis here at the end of summer and the beginning of fall. So just getting back into it. And as we've seen and known on the channel, I've been playing quite a bit of tennis. So playing a lot of tennis, both singles and doubles. So yeah, coming into this match, never played our opponents before. Pretty new for me, haven't seen them before. So didn't really fully know what to expect from this matchup. From the warm-up, I thought both players were relatively consistent that we'd be playing against. So thought it would definitely be no pushover of a match. Knew we have to execute on our shots as much as possible, as you would with any match, but yeah. So now getting into this match, we can see this first service game is a bit of a battle, already going to deuce, so that's just kind of indicative of kind of what I saw during the warm-up, that we would definitely be in a battle to try to sustain points and rallies and win games, and we end up getting the break at the beginning here, so that's a really good spot for us. So now the unusual thing is I'm starting off serving here. Typically I don't start off serving, but again, since Peter's just coming back, wanted to start off with me here just so we can get back into the swing of things. So yeah, let's see how this match plays out, and I will continue to chime in from here and there. All right, and that was huge for us. We were down love 40 in that service game and came back and won it. So we're already up 2 breaks at this point in the match, which you can't have a better start than that. I mean, starting off 3-0. So now we have Peter serving, and again, him coming back into it. Just haven't played quite a bit, haven't gotten all those reps in. So I'm looking to just be as aggressive as I can, and there I put a ball to the back wall. My volleys have been somewhat suspect over the past couple months, and that was a clean, easy ball that I should have been able to put away, but hit too far out long, and that doesn't help the server at all to miss those gimme points when we really need them. So I need to do a lot better with those. So we're down love 30 and in a very kind of grindy lobby point right now. And Peter puts in a good forehand there and get another lob, and then overhead into the net. Never like to see that, but that will happen, especially on long points like that. You can kind of want to just desperately end the point as much as possible and kind of make a incorrect decision. I mean, we've all done it. I do it quite a bit, so can't really blame Peter there. So unfortunately, Peter gets broken there, so we're up 3-1 at this point. Still a good spot in the match. Just need to keep on applying the pressure as much as we possibly can. And that really starts from both the serve and the return game. So need to be very, very consistent in the return game as much as possible. And on this day, I felt relatively okay. I dumped the backhand in the net here. The guy serving right now had a lot of topspin on his serve, kind of very floaty, lofty ball. So it did decently bounced up into a strike zone, but those can also be tricky to handle on occasion, and he gets the hold there. So our 3-0 lead quickly has diminished, and now we're just up 1 game at this point. So I really need to get the hold here and keep on sustaining the at least 1 break that we have, but let's see how we do. All right, and in quick fashion, we get 2 breaks against us, so we're back in at 3-all at this point. So, yeah, definitely not good for us right now. Had that really fast start, but then our opponents rebounded very nicely and started taking it to us, and we started making some errors there. So, good on the opponents for taking advantage of that and getting back into this match. As we can see, I think Peter changed shirts, so now he's bright green rather than the black before. So if you're wondering what happened there, that's what happened. So, all right, so we're at 30-all. They put in a good volley there and go up 40-30. So it's on me now to hopefully put in a good return and get us back to deuce here. The opponent puts in a serve, and I dump the return into them. As I was saying earlier, returns were going to be key for this, and I thought I was doing relatively well, but watching the footage back, I dumped a decent amount here in that first set into the net, so that's always going to be difficult. My goal in tennis at the beginning is no free points off the serve. That's both no double faults and no returns into the net. You just need to get the point started and actually, give yourself a chance to win. So already kind of breaking the tenet I have for myself on no free points off the serve. So We have Peter serving now. We need a hold here to just get kind of back into the match and get back to where we were at the beginning. So Peter puts in a good backhand kind of pseudo lob there, and we go up 40-15 at this point, and a good serve brings us back to 4-all. So all right, we're right back into this match, and hopefully we can keep on applying the pressure. And there's those situations again where I was serving for the set and I get broke. It's just becoming laughably consistent on this channel that I just can't hold in those big pressure situations. So that's very annoying. So we're at 5-all at this point, and I'm very frustrated with my last two service games. They have not gone well, and I really need to right the ship off of that because we need to be able to hold my serve. That's the only way we're going to actually do well in this match is by consistently holding serve. I feel comfortable with Peter serving because I feel pretty good at the net when my partner's serving, but When I'm serving, it's just, we're not yielding the results that, I kind of expect and want to be seeing. All right, we were able to rattle off 2 games there to go up 7-5 and win that first set. So definitely took us battling back, and we were able to get that first set. Right there, we just saw a little bit of miscommunication between Peter and I. I thought he said, "You get it," but I think he said, "I got it." So I should have backed off because I didn't actually call the ball. And that's what you kind of see sometimes with miscommunication. We're both right at the ball, and then I hit a stupid ball out wide. But all right, so we're at the beginning of the second set here, and as I've kind of said on the channel before, it's really important to start off sets very strong, and we definitely want to make sure we try to match at least what we did at the beginning of the first set here. So that approaching has been difficult for me. I've been putting a lot of balls into the net, and we just saw that. Probably shouldn't be doing the swinging volley there, but my backhand volley is so weak that I always feel like I need to swing on it to get a little bit more power, whether that's right or wrong. And they get the hold there at the beginning. So again, I'm starting off serving again. Peter puts in a good overhead, and they get the ball back in play. Peter gets in another overhead, and that one wins the point. So just being persistent and being kind of strong at the net. I think at this point in the match, what we determined was in the first set, because of Peter coming back from his injury, he didn't necessarily have the same pop on his forehand as he typically does. He usually has a pretty strong forehand there. So we decided we need to just be stronger at the net and kind of apply more pressure and try to really put balls away at the net. So that was sort of our overall strategy coming in here to this second set on, just trying to be more aggressive, get to the net and stop points early rather than grinding them out so much. So that's what we were trying to do in this second set. So we can see if that's successful. Were we able to do that? I was able to put in a decent lob there, and now we are moonballing it at this point. Peter cuts it off, and then we're back at it. So I decided to go at the net guy, break up the pattern, and get the hold there. So sometimes you need to break up the pattern there. You can easily get into that moonball hitting pattern with your opponent. And sometimes, again, it's just nice to change that up, and it might get you the point like we just got it. So as you can see here, so we're both trying to be aggressive, get to the net. They put in a very good lob there, and we're back into the moonball game. I put in a decent shot, come to the net, and they put in a great lob that hits the back of the back line. So not much we can do there. I think we were well aggressive enough. They just put in a very great shot and get the point there. But all right, let's see if the strategy works out, and we'll check in a little bit. All right, despite that long battle, unfortunately Peter gets broken, so that's 2 breaks in a row. That brings us at 2-all. Yeah, again, we're all fighting. Like I said, it's pretty even matchup coming into it so far, as the scores are indicating that. But here's our strategy again. We're both at the net. Peter puts in a good put away there, so you can see the strategy in motion. We're both at the net, both attacking and doing as much as we possibly can to just end these points. And Peter puts in a good overhead there. So yeah, I think just typically in doubles, that's a very solid strategy. You know, take the net, be aggressive. That's really kind of where you see a lot of success in doubles. So really encourage teams to really focus on doing that. I'd say historically Peter's been more of a baseline grinder, so we typically are in a one-up, one-back situation, but on this day I think Peter saw the value of really trying to get to the net and really attack, and I think we're seeing some pretty good results because of that. All right, and as of this point, it seems like nobody can hold serve, unfortunately. The returners are doing a very good job of doing what they need to do to get the break. So let's see. We have the opponents serving now, but we are up love 30 at this point. So hopefully we can continue the trend of getting breaks here and make some headway into this match. All right, and in quick fashion, we get the break and hold. So we're up 5-3 at this point in the match. So we can see the aggressive strategy is working. We're starting to return well and focus in. So hopefully that means we can close this out here very quick fashion. All right, and we started off strong getting the W this week, so that's excellent for our team, and we ended up winning this match overall. So very good start for us for the season. Yeah, I thought Peter and I played pretty well. Again, Peter's coming off that tennis elbow injury, so it kind of limit his play a little bit, not really striking the ball kind of as he had typically had been, but still did a really good job. And after that kind of rocky first set, we rebounded very nicely, and I thought had a pretty standard second set for us. So good victory overall. So pretty happy with that result. So all right, well, thank you for watching again. Please like, comment, subscribe if you can on the video, and I will see you in the next one. All right, just get out there and play tennis.